local. This is Fox 12 Now.
Hello, everyone. This is Fox 12 Now. I'm Greg Nibbler. Thank you for joining us. We are live streaming here out of the Fox 12 Oregon newsroom. I always like to remind people of that we are here every weekday starting at 1 p.m., going throughout the afternoon, and we cover a wide range of topics here on the show and get to have a lot of really great discussions as well. We're going to do a little bit of both of that here for this one. We're going to be talking about GiGi's Playhouse Portland, and in particular, the really amazing work that they are doing for their community, and pretty cool grant and award that came through as well. We're going to get through all of that because we've got Brad Johnston, the co-board president for GiGi's Playhouse, joining us. And Brad, thanks for being here. Excited to talk about this, this award. But before we even get into that, could you help us, just for everybody out there, in case they don't know, to tell us just a little bit about GiGi's Playhouse and what it is that you do there?
Yeah, I'd be happy to, and thank you for having us. GiGi's Playhouse is a network of Down syndrome achievement centers that started 22 years ago when our founder, Nancy Gianni, who gave birth to one of her middle children, Gigi, when her daughter was diagnosed with Down syndrome. She had an experience that sadly a lot of mothers had in the previous generation of kids being born with Down syndrome. Rather than being congratulated on her child, it was almost like, I'm sorry to tell you that your daughter had Down syndrome. But what she learned, Greg, is that Gigi was a lot more like her other 4 kids than different. And so she just set out on a mission to change the way the world views Down syndrome. And so 22 years later, here we are with 62 playhouses around the country. And Portland opened here, first one in the Northwest, in September of last year.
Wow, so coming here to Portland, and that truly shows, I think, how times have changed too, with how that many different centers opening. And when you look at that, talking about the Playhouse itself, so can you tell us what that means? Like, what is a GiGi's Playhouse as far as what it provides for everyone?
GiGi's Playhouse is a place for everyone. First of all, while the free programs that we offer in the Playhouse from prenatal all the way through adulthood, they cover 0 to 3-year-olds to school-age children to teenagers to adults. We like to say that GiGi's Playhouse makes a lifetime commitment to families. And the fact is that children that are born with that third copy of the 21st chromosome have some physical therapeutic challenges. They have a condition called hypotonia, which means it's harder for them. Their muscle tone is low, which is why they have speech issues. They also have some cognitive challenges, so they learn differently, which is why literacy tutoring is so important. So GiGi's Playhouse steps into a gap, the gap that special education programs and other state-funded programs provide to help families, but it's not enough. What we've learned over the last 22 years is that we don't really understand the full potential of what these kids can do. And so GiGi's Playhouse is committed to letting them be their best of all, grow to their highest potential. And so our programs are designed to do that, help them get there.
Wow, so giving them that as you mentioned, that in between there, giving them that extra attention and care and education and learning how they learn, and like that's just also very, very important. And so with this organization, you mentioned that some of these services are free and for people.
Oh yeah, all the programs are free. Of course, they're not free to provide. So the generosity of Portland has got GiGi's to this point open, and we're now serving over 200 hours of programs every month to families. And but companies in Portland, foundations such as the Dollar General Foundation that provided this literacy grant to GiGi's. They've been so generous, and it's an important asset. Portland, I think, is going to be a better city for having it, and there are well over 1,000 families in our community who can use this, and so it's really it's a blessing for our city.
And so when you look at this funding that you have received now, what is it going to allow you to do for some of this community that you serve?
Yeah, so the cost not just to provide literacy, but all programs. So we have a 5,500 square foot building that in the Raleigh Hills area of Portland, and so we have three tutoring learning labs in there, and one-on-one literacy tutoring is one of the programs that we provide. We're launching free speech therapy this summer in collaboration with Portland State University's Speech and Hearing Sciences Department. And we'll be adding math tutoring hopefully later this year as well. So there's a physical infrastructure, right, that these grants help us to maintain. While 99% of our programs are volunteer-led, including all of our tutors. So fortunately, we don't have a high overhead when it comes to human resources. But we provide a lot of the software and computer tools and all of the training and the infrastructure to make those tutors and those tutoring experiences successful. So there are materials and supplies and things like that that support our programs. And so that's where those dollars go, is to help us to cover those costs so that it can always be free to families.
That's that's so great. I mean, I'm so glad that you were able to get this, and that this is where it's going. It's going to be helping these people out. I mean, how does it feel for you? When you receive funding like this, to be able to provide those things for these students and actually help them further along in their lives.
Well, literacy is a gateway skill to all life skills. So it is of all the things that we do, it's probably the most important. Less than 20% of individuals with an intellectual diagnosis, intellectual disability, are employed today. And it does not mean they're unemployable. It just means that they have a headwind and they've got challenges. And so literacy is key to changing that statistic in our community. So it feels really good that we and other organizations in the Portland area are addressing that issue. Now, this particular grant was focused on adults. And of course, that is the population that is unemployed, right? So we are really looking to focus on helping our adult community further their skills so that we can help them live independently, build confidence, self-esteem, and really make them continue to grow and as they move into the next cycle.
Wow. Well, congratulations on receiving this and just being able to provide that work for the
Yeah, thank
community
you.
and and helping. It's helping people out. I think one of my last questions here too is, what do you think is the most important thing that the public should know about Gigi's Playhouse and the work that you do and the community that you serve?
Well, if I could put a plug into to the Portland community, we're 99% volunteer led, and so if you have a heart for serving, we have a place for you to serve. We're raising tutors right now. We started the literacy program in March with a pilot of 5 kids. We'll be scaling that up in the summer. But the demand is always greater than the supply of volunteers that can help. But so if you're 90, say one other thing, 95% of our volunteer tutors have never tutored before. We provide all of the training, all of the support, all the materials. And I think it would be a very fulfilling opportunity for someone that had a heart to serve. So that would be my shameless plug for Portland and how they could help. We're having an event on June 14th at Mary S. Young Park called the Gigi Fit Acceptance Challenge. And we march around that beautiful park in West Lynn and declare that Portland is open and accepting of all differences. And our Down syndrome community will be there. And so, again, I would love to invite the public to come out, go to our website, come register. There are free registration options. You can get a cute Gigi's t-shirt like mine if you'd like that registration option as well. But the Portland can learn more about Gigi's Playhouse and more about Down syndrome and meet some of our kids, teens, and adults while they're at it.
Well, Brett, thank you very much, for having time to talk to us about this, and congratulations once again on that. And thank you, for all the work that you do for the community and for the service and to helping people. I really, really
Thank you,
appreciate it.
Greg. Thank
And
you. I really appreciate it as well.
and for everybody watching, again, this is Fox 12 Now. We have to take a quick break. We'll be back here shortly with more. We're here from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. Lots of coverage coming up. So thanks for downloading that Fox 12 Oregon app and watching along live or after the fact, however it is. Just thanks for doing so. Be sure to share these segments as well. It can help get the word out for a lot of things. All right, we'll be back here in a minute with more. I'm Greg Nibbler. This is